Good morning, 10th graders. Coming at you live from Holland High School, my studio in room B1206. Today, you are hopefully at home, maybe in the classroom with me, but I'm going to tell you what you're doing today. So if you look on the screen in Google Classroom, I have a list of the things you need to get done by 2:30 p.m. today. So you're going to write your fifth poem, and you're going to watch this video to know what that poem's about. You're going to type up all of your poems and put them in the Poetry Portfolio Google Doc. You're going to read for at least 10 minutes of SSR, hopefully more if you're getting into your book, and you're going to catch up on any missing poems, okay? And there'll be a second video for that, okay? So if you need to know where to find the Poetry Portfolio Google Doc, it is actually right here in the stream, or you can go to classwork, and it's right there. So Poetry Portfolio Google Doc. All right, so for poem number 5 today, you'll see that under Unit 1 Poetry, it says fifth poem for Flex Fridays. So if you click on that, it'll bring you to this template, all right? And this is based off of a poem that you guys actually read during our Poetry Stations activity. So it's Kim Adoniesio's You Don't Know What Love Is right here. And what this poem does, I'm not going to reread it, but what I really like that it does is it takes an emotion like love and it compares it to something very different. So the whole poem is one giant metaphor for love. And she compares love to a dead girl winched or brought up from a river. So it's kind of a surprise, right? Normally when we compare love to things, we compare it to like sunshine and butterflies and happy things. But what she does in her poem is take an emotion and kind of surprise us with what she compares it to. So in your template, you are going to pick an emotion to discuss. So it can be hope, it can be hate if you want to go more negative. You can do love too, as long as you use a different metaphor. And for my poem, I might choose let's say I'll use hope, all right? So I might say, you don't know what hope is. And you can erase that, okay? So you don't know what hope is, but you know how to blank it in me like blank. So this is where your metaphor starts. So you have to think about what your metaphor might be. So I might say, you know how to maybe raise it in me like gospel from a choir. I want to be more positive. You know how to stretch it out of me like Laffy Taffy on a hot summer day. So I can choose one of those. So I might say, you know how to raise it in me. Delete the stuff in the parentheses, like gospel from a choir, right? So I'm just making an extended metaphor. And you can, I would say, do something surprising. So I kind of did something positive with something positive. If you want to talk about negative things, you can totally do that. And the other thing I want you to notice about this poem is that there's a lot of the word you in it. So not only do we have the speaker of this poem, who we can maybe guess in the original poem was a girl who had some bad love, right? But there's a you in the poem. So you can kind of either make up a person that you can write this poem kind of to, or maybe you can, like for instance, if you are somebody who's religious, you can write a poem. This one might actually work for faith, right? So maybe if you have a God that you look up to, maybe this poem can be you can be your God, right? Or it can be somebody from your life. It can be your dad, a teacher, or it can be somebody you make up. You don't have to have a certain person or thing that you're writing to. But it's helpful when you have that you to be thinking of someone. Because in that original poem, she's probably writing to the person who broke up with her, right? So it's a love poem. So it's probably to somebody who she had a relationship with and it ended kind of badly, right? So that will be your poem for today. You are allowed to delete stuff that you don't want and you can change things. So maybe if you don't want to say how to blank, you can just delete that and start typing your own thing, okay? You can change words. So you'll see in some places it says he, she. So you can change it. Maybe if you want to do she will want to, or you can say it will want to. You can change the words as long as that you are comparing an emotion to some kind of other thing, all right, through an extended metaphor. When you are done, please click turn in so I can give you credit for this. It is worth 10 points just for this poem, so I can make sure that you get stuff done at home. Thanks for watching. If you have to make up missing poems, watch my next video.